Hi everyone and welcome to episode 10 of the Batte Aston Villa with me, the United City FM. Welcome along. So we've got 3 more episodes including this one still to play. The next 2 are going to be double header match episodes. We have Everton and Chelsea and Arsenal and Man City still to play in those. Today though we play mid-table Brighton. Can we get the 3 points and set ourselves up for the run-in? Let's find out. So after the disaster of a performance against Leicester City where we got beaten 4-2 in the previous match, today we play away from home at Brighton and we do need these points. If we just check out the league table, you'll see that we're in 6th position. We've got West Ham and Tottenham directly around us and they've got extra games to play than we have now. And that means that we are in a little bit of trouble in trying to get into this 5th place position. I don't think we're going to be able to do anything other than 5th through 7th, really. But at the moment, it's looking more like 7th than anything else. And with 2 of the top 4 still to play in our last 4 matches of the season, plus Chelsea and plus Everton down in 14th might be the better game for us to get more points from. We've really got to do something today. Away from home is always tricky. The form has not been good at all. You can see in recent days, in recent weeks, should I say, we've been really quite poor. There was some good stuff earlier in the season, but it's completely evaporated into nothingness, really. And that big run of poor form, we need to arrest it pretty quickly. Otherwise, these last 4 matches are going to be very, very hard. So let's see how we get on against mid-table Brighton. So I have been able to rotate back in a couple of players into the first team 11. Ings, Buendia, McGinn all go back in, which is really important for us. Unfortunately, we do still have some big fitness issues, some jaded players and the like. And unfortunately, Mings has been added to that list. He is actually injured for today. Won't be able to play. Hopefully, we can get him back for the next match, though. He's only out for a couple of days, not games, hopefully. So Courtney Hawes comes in to play instead of him in the centre of defence. So we go in with our usual tactic of these last few weeks. I don't feel the need to change that at the moment, but in the run-in, who knows what we'll end up doing against some of these bigger sides. But for today, against Brighton, away from home, we need these points. We're going to go in with Martinez in goal, Cash at right back, Young at left back, Konza and Horse in central defence, Louise and McGinn in central midfield, Buendia on the right, Trezeguet on the left, Ings and Delap up top, and a 9-man bench all ready and raring to go should we need them. So let's get into today's game and see what happens. So I've gone a little bit aggressive in the team talk, so I thrashed the arms about a bit and said, we need to win here to improve our chances of qualifying for Europe. Let's get the job done. Hopefully that can instill in them the desire that I've got to absolutely get these points today. We need them. The run-in of these last 4 matches is going to be so tricky with some really big sides to play. Today we need these points. Let's see how we get on away from home. I'm hopeful that we have got a good performance in us. It's just about getting it out on the pitch today. It feels a little bit like we're going to lose possession to Brighton a little bit. They're playing the 3 at the back. Sometimes that can skew the possession just a touch. The possession percentage, should I say. But so far, actually, if you look at the statistics, it's been pretty good. 4 shots at goal in the first 15 minutes. No highlight-worthy ones just at this point, and that's borne out by the XG rating still being very low. But it's much, much better than I thought it was going to be, if I'm honest. And so let's see if we can break through at some point, get ourselves a highlight and have a go at goal and cause them a few problems. But to be honest, 29 minutes in is very, very quiet for a really important match against a mid-table opposition where we're trying to get into European football. These are the sorts of games where we need to be getting something from. And just at the moment, the form is completely erratic and has completely gone from us, really. As we've said a number of times, the first team is great, the squad isn't so good, and that's bearing fruit in this second half of the season, unfortunately. And we are approaching half-time, and nothing has happened. Come on, boys. That is not good enough at all. Into the dressing room we go. We're going to have to rip them apart, really, because this is our chance to get 3 points before some big, big games coming up. So we're thrashing the arms again, far from pleased. We're going to go straight out into the second half, go into the shouts, fire them up for this second half. We're going to go from positive to attacking mentality. We need something from this match. We have a highlight. And of course, it's Brighton in control of the ball. That was always going to be the case, wasn't it, in the first highlight somehow? Are they going to catch us cold at the beginning of this second half? They caught most of us cold other than Martinez in goal, who just about did enough to parry the ball out for a corner kick. The corner will be taken from the far side, Trossard on it. Can we defend it well and clear it? We do. And then we don't quite manage to hold it up at the other end, unfortunately, and it goes straight back to Brighton to rebuild themselves. And they've found a spot down this right-hand side, and then the highlight goes. So far, not been great, has it? And here we go again with a free kick for Brighton, just outside the penalty area. They're going to swing it in onto somebody's head, you would imagine, but they don't. They go for goal, and it goes slightly wide, slightly high, and the goalkeeper scrambles across, covers that far post as we look at it, and it just about goes over the top of the bar, so we don't have to worry too much about that one. But the statistics have fallen back into Brighton's favour. They've still got more percentage of the possession of the football. They've had more shots at goal than we've got. They've had a better XG rating than we've got. I think it's time to change things up a little bit, if I'm totally honest, because at the moment I don't see us getting much from this game unless we do. 67 minutes on the clock. We're going to pause it there. We're going to go in. Now, they're playing 3 at the back. I'm very, very tempted to go right up against them and play 3 up top. It's a little bit of a gamble. So let's see what we can do. I mean, we've got so many players out on their feet. Oh, dear. SI weren't kidding when they suggested it was going to be harder to keep players completely conditioned to play, were they, really? We've got so many problems. We've got a couple of defenders. We've got a central defender, left-sided defender, both on really bad ratings. Same for Trezeguet. Same for Danny Ings. Danny Ings, look at him. He's got 18 finishing, 17 composure, determination of 18. He just doesn't show it. If we go and have a look at it, I've just got to briefly show you exactly where we're at with him, because it's really frustrating me that we've got such a good goal scorer and he's got 9 in 23 and he's got a 6.7 average rating. I mean, there are some gaps around here a little bit, but he's a really good striker. And he's just not shown it consistently at all, which is a real big problem. It's been one of our biggest problems, I would suggest. Anyway, enough complaining about that. What can we do about this situation? So we're going to have to take out at least one of these fullbacks and change him into a central defender, I think. So let's do that. We'll go 3-4-3 is my intention. So we'll bring Tuanzebe in and we will place him in the centre of this back 3. We can move Cash up for a second. We might be taking him out possibly, but we'll check that in a second. And we need to take out Trezeguet. He's having a really poor game, so he's the one that's going to come out, and we'll put Ollie Watkins on, and we will move Ings into the centre spot of the 3 and put Ollie Watkins down the left-hand side. So we'll play like that. I think we'll bring Buendia in just behind the front 3. And we're going to take out Matty Cash. So where is he on the list? There he is. And we're going to bring in Ferguson. So we're going to put Douglas Luiz in the holding role. And we're going to have 2 box-to-box midfielders going up and down the pitch and supporting the play in Ferguson and McGinn. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to play narrow and we're going to play route 1. We're just going to pump it up there, support the play as much as we can and see if we can get anything off it. And we're going to go into the positive mentality to do it. That's what... What else can I do, really? I don't want to lose this game. Obviously, I'm not trying to scupper myself completely. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. You live and die by these mistakes occasionally. But Nothing's happening. Everything's happening now, isn't it? Oh boy, this series has been really bizarre. FM22 is a really interesting game so far. I don't know what they're going to change when the official launch comes out, how they're going to redress some of the balances of stuff, but it's a tricky game. Getting goal scorers to score goals is seemingly quite difficult. And somehow, whatever I'm trying at the moment isn't quite working. We're going to go with what we decided to go with. We're going to go through the middle, route one, chuck a load of people up top, and see if we can match them a little bit at the back for them and see if we can get a few opportunities. But just at the moment, it feels like whatever I do isn't going to work particularly. It feels like the confidence of the players has gone a little bit. Their desire has gone a little bit, and their physical capabilities have gone, certainly. That's absolutely no doubt about that at all. They are completely out on their feet. But the problem is, every time you rotate the side, we lose. So some of them have to play. But there we go. There's very little I can do about that. What on earth was that defender doing? Did you see that? He just stood still as the Brighton player got the ball and ran forward, and they got a second. We've got to see that in the replay. If they don't show that, I'll be a bit cross about that, because that was ridiculous. Let's see where the highlight picks up again, because we have to see this. So watch this guy. Oh, it was before that. Just in this area back here, our defender just stood still and let him run past. I don't know what's going on with that at all, but it's slightly infuriating. It genuinely feels to me like we could lose the next 5 matches, including this one, to finish the season. It genuinely feels that way. It feels like whatever I try isn't working, and the physicality of the players is gone. The mentality of the players is gone. The ability to pass the ball around is gone. These last few weeks in the season, it's just been really awful. I don't quite understand it. I mean, look, Courtney Hawes getting a 5.9. Ings with a 6. It's just not good enough. And that's, we've played an asymmetric formation. We've played the normal standard kind of 4-2-3-1 kind of stuff. We've played the most recent one, 4-4-2. We've played these types of narrow formations. I'm at a complete loss, if I'm totally honest. We've had 3 shots on target the entire match. I mean, they deserved their win. They got a 2.5 XG rating. They controlled possession again. I genuinely, with controlled possession and tiki-taka both having been used and stuff in FM22, I don't know how to control possession. I really, really don't. It doesn't work for me at all. Whatever I do, even if it's the shortest of short passing, the slowest of tempos, ultimately, the opposition still get more possession than I do. And that's infuriating. Anyway, I'm cross. I'm really cross. Actually, no, that's not true. I'm not cross at all. I'm just really frustrated. I don't know how to change this to get this team working again. They just don't feel good enough. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one, really. We lost again. So for the last minute or so, I've been sitting here trying to figure out how to wrap up this particular episode, because I don't know what to say. And I came to one conclusion. I'm going to simply tell you that we're not very good. That's it, really. We're not very good. We got like 3 decent players, really good players, and the rest are fairly average. And we got a good first half performance of this season out of them, and then the rest of it has not been very good. Still going to finish in the top 7, which is unbelievable, but yeah. There's a lot of work to do as a Villa manager, I think, and Dean Smith is finding that out at the moment, isn't he? So I don't feel too bad about it, but there we go. Just one of those things. Come back, Grealish, all is forgiven, I guess is the answer to that. Anyway, there's nothing else I can say. We've got 2 really, really hard episodes to come. If you thought this was bad, wait till we play Chelsea, Everton in the next one and Arsenal, Man City in the following episode to finish off the series. That is going to be really painful. Come back and join me. Watch me go through the pain. Why not? It seems to entertain a lot of people when a streamer or a YouTuber goes through some pain. And at the moment, I really, really am. But that's going to do it. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm going to see you very, very soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.